Okay, hi you guys, Adrienne Carbonell here, and I am talking about healthy snacks throughout the holiday melt. So some of you guys are going to be placing an Isogenics order, and you're going to have all of the Isogenic snacks that I put under the necessities tab. So if you haven't figured out, like in the group yet, where to go to get the shopping list for what you're going to need for this first cleanse, which is the trim turkey, okay, then go up to the top and look under shopping list for cleanse 1. And each of the cleanses are going to be a little bit different, but this first one, the trim turkey, all of the grocery shopping list is in there already. So what you need to do is pull that up and read through it. Kim Reese tomorrow, she is my dear, dear friend, and she's absolutely amazing. She had an incredible transformation on the last cleanse program that we did a while ago. And she's going to be sharing with you all of the Isogenics products tomorrow and why we recommend them. You don't have to do them. You're not tied into ordering Isogenics whatsoever. But it is, if you do decide to, she'll explain to you tomorrow that it's just $29 and you can order in as much or as little as you like. So off of that shopping list, just know that that's kind of what we're looking at. So we hope you all try it, because I know that, you know, after 8 years, Isogenics and being a personal trainer is probably one of the absolute best products out there in the market. They're so clean and pure and to the earth. And so I do have some for this healthy snacking video I'm going to share with you, just because I want to make sure that you kind of know what's out there. So, but the first thing is, so for those of you who aren't using Isogenics, and really anybody, I want you to be able to have healthy snacks on hand as we go through this accelerated cleanse. And so I have a little basket of products that I put together here of food, okay, some healthy snacks and things that are recommended. So when we talk about snacks during the cleanse day, you know, if you're doing the shakes and whatnot, you know, you'll be having 2 shakes a day, whether you decide to do the collagen protein or a protein of your choice, or you decide to upgrade to do the Isogenics protein, that's up to you. But in between that, we have a 400 to 600 calorie meal, and we're going to be giving out meal guide options in a little bit, kind of like what does that look like. And then you'll be having 2 snacks in between, which are in between like the 100 to 200 calorie. So the first thing I want to share with you on my healthy snacking tips is that we really want you to consume a lot of vegetables, okay? So a lot of really good, healthy, bright things. And so the first thing I'm going to pull out are these. And I'm sure you guys have seen these before. They're sweet peppers. You can buy them, you know, I went to Randall's, you know, H-E-B, whatever, you know, you can, or if you're in Utah, like Smith's or, you know, Harmon's, whatever, they're everywhere. But they're really great for snacking, and they taste good, and they're filled with fiber, and they've got a lot of natural water in them already, so they make for a very good, healthy snack. So you can kind of go crazy on the next couple items I'm going to be sharing with you. So like sweet peppers, okay, and I have here cucumbers, little mini cucumbers. They're just like small cucumbers, and you can just cut those up and just slice them up and have a bunch. And you know, this is a really great in-between snack, okay, to still lose weight and feel great and get enough fiber and water in. The other thing is celery. Okay, some organic celery, and I'll cut these. If you like, I bought the whole bunch, but you guys can buy it pre-cut, because honestly, sometimes the pre-cut just saves you time, and so it's worth it to have the pre-cut on hand, because if you're in a hurry and you're trying to get out the door in the morning, you need snacks while you're at work or something during the cleanse, then I would just buy pre-cut already and just, you know, put them in a baggie and take them with you. So because I'm showing you guys lots of veggies, and I do also have in here, I love these little snow peas, okay, or sugar snap peas, or whatever they are. They're so yummy, and I put these in my daughter's lunches, and I love snacking on these. I like the texture, and they do have a lot of water as well. So this is also a really great snacking option. So I went through a lot of the veggies, and I think veggies are so important. We don't get enough of them. And the Isogenics greens are like amazing. I don't know what I would do. I've always put the Isogenics greens in my shake. They've got really good stuff in there. Spirulina concentrated, the phytonutrients of having had 20 salads. So that's another way I get a bunch of greens in. But I also have this lovely dressing, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a dipper. I like to dip my veggies and things. And so I've got a few options for you. And this is just, it's not meant to be a plug-in for Bolt House, but they have really good dressings that are very low in fat and low in calories. So this, for 2 tablespoons of this, it's 40 calories, and it's made with yogurt, no artificial flavors or preservatives. And you can get it in the refrigerated section, but I love it because it's gluten-free, 0 grams of trans fats, and it's got like 1 gram of sugar. It's just really, really good. So it's called Bolt House, and you can find it there. The other thing that you wouldn't think is kind of healthy to be dipping in, if you could dip your veggies in it, but is salsa. So I have some kale salsa because I like to get even a little bit more greens in. And I got this at HEB in Texas. But I'm sure they have versions of it like everywhere, Harmon's or wherever you guys are at. And again, I look for gluten-free, and they virtually almost have, less than 1 gram of sugar. So the only thing on this is the sodium. You just want to make sure. But even then, you can have 2 tablespoons, and it's, let me see here, it's 4% sodium. It's very low still. So you could dip your veggies in salsa, okay, as well as a snack. So that's always a good idea. The other thing I have are raw almonds, okay? So I just like to buy them in bulk like that. They're not roasted. They're not salted. They're just plain. And the only thing is with these being a snack, because I want you to remember that even though almonds are good for you and they're healthy fat, and that's true, you still don't want to go too crazy, okay, if you're wanting to really lose weight. So they say a quarter of a cup. I don't. I just do like 8 to 10 raw almonds, which, I mean, it's supposedly roughly a quarter cup, but it's a little less. So I really stick to the 8 side. And you can even have a couple of these on the deep cleanses as well. So I like the raw almonds a lot. The other thing that's in my basket, okay, I have a small organic apple. Okay, so I really don't do a lot of fruit while I'm detoxing just because of the natural sugars are pretty high. And but when I do, I just make sure it's like a small organic apple. So like this is my palm, like this, you see those big apples like at Costco. I'm not talking about that, okay, because I would eat the whole thing and I couldn't control myself. So I'm talking about like a mini apple, okay? And so like, I just buy the small ones, and you're getting fiber, you're getting water, and you are getting some natural sugars, which is okay. It's fine. I'm not saying that it's totally wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying while we're detoxing, just try to keep the sugars to a minimum. Okay, because it's just 11 days. You guys can do it. It's an 11-day cleanse. The other thing I love is kombucha. So kombucha is amazing, okay? And you can have it like anytime you want throughout the whole cleanse. I don't care what day you have it, you're welcome to have it. Make sure that it's, I really like this Synergy brand because it's not high in sugar. There's some of them out there that have a ton of sugars in them. Just be aware of that when you're looking for kombucha, to make sure that it's got low sugar. And I really like to stick to this brand. I know Costco sells like a 6-pack of their Trilogy version of this, and it's really good. This one's the guava. I like the guava, and I really like the original and the blueberry. It's like they call it bilberry, but it's like a berry. And that one, but this one has 7 grams of sugar. So, but what I love about it is that you're kind of canceling it out because you've got a ton of probiotics in there. And so if you don't get into kombucha, just think like herbal teas, and you could do hot or cold. Your Ionics is on the list. The Isagenix Ionics is on there, and Kim's going to be talking to you more about that tomorrow. And so Ionics is a mineral tonic. It is the bomb, and you can make that warm or cold, and I honestly can't live a day without it. I love Ionics. So I am going to talk about a couple Isagenix products that I know Kim isn't going to be covering tomorrow that I love. And speaking of tea, Isagenix has something called, it's a chai tea. It's called Tea Plus Chai, and it's got 0 sugars, okay, in it. And it's 20 calories for a whole thing, but it's got a ton of adaptogenic blends in it. And adaptogens, what they do is they help the body cope with stress. And how helpful is that? Because when you're doing a detox, it can be sometimes stressful for you, not because it's a colon cleanse. The Isagenix one is not a colon cleanse. It's a cellular head to toe, liver, kidney type all over body cleanse. So you can like leave home, okay, on it. But this is why I'm talking about that, because on a cleanse, you are putting your body, when you're under stress naturally, that can sometimes come out while you're detoxing, okay? Trust me. I've done enough cleanses in my life to know that when my life is stressful and I go into the cleanse, that can be elevated or heightened as I'm switching things up and I'm trying to detox and get things out of my body. So just be aware of that. So I love a lot of the isogenic stuff because it helps combat that. It helps combat stressful times. So that's what this is, and it's really cool. Let me open this guy up. But they're just little packets like this, okay? And you just warm up your water and it breaks in the back like that. And you just pinch the packet in half and drip it down into your hot water and just let it steep. And it is so yummy. And so it's not the sugared up, milky type, not good for you chai. It's like the actual really good for you chai. So, and it's way better than the chai you'd buy in the grocery store. The next thing that is a snack, okay? And I did not, I just love the isogenics bars, okay? But one of my favorite bars is the dairy-free, okay? It's totally dairy-free. It's got 19 grams of protein, and it does have 12 grams of sugar, and it's 250 calories. So it's a total meal replacement. So, like, I have maybe half of these as a snack. So what I'll do is, you know, if I have my shake in the morning and then like 3 hours later, I'll have a half of a bar. And then 3 hours after that, I'll have my 400 to 600 calorie healthy meal. And then that's your, you know, your fork and knife meal. And then after that, I may have the other half of this bar, okay? Or I'll have some of these other snacking options. And then I will have like a shake for dinner, or I'll interchange those. So we're gonna talk more about shake and cleanse days tomorrow. Kim is gonna go into that with you guys Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, live in the group. She's gonna be going over what it looks like to do your cleanse days and your shake days, okay? And how you're gonna complete the whole 11-day cleanse and what isogenics products you recommend and what to get in place of them if you don't wanna do isogenics. So really creating a lot of value for you. So again, the dairy-free bar is phenomenal. We have other bars that are not dairy-free. If you want to use whey protein, I love the Isopro, the whey protein, and that's the same protein that they do use in our bars. So if you want to, my favorite regular bars are the Lemon Passion Crunch and the Chocolate Cream Crisp. Those are my two absolute favorite bars. The Chocolate Decadence is good too if you really like chocolate. So snacking options, okay. So this is not a snacking option. I know Kim is going to talk to you about this tomorrow. However, for those of you that struggle with like having natural energy, and especially I know you may struggle with that as you go through this cleanse because that's a part of detoxing, that's a part of cleansing, okay, is you're going to have more natural energy after like the first 3 days. So the first 3 days of the cleanse may be more challenging for you. You want to make sure you drink a ton of water, good spring water, good clean water, okay? Get that in like you can't believe. We recommend, you know, a gallon. Like if you can get to a gallon, that would be amazing throughout this cleanse because it just helps the body naturally detoxes. And because we're just so overloaded and we live in very toxic environments, we need to be very good about the water because the more water you put into your body through this detox and this cleanse, the better results you're going to get, okay? But there is a product that we have that I absolutely love for energy, and it is amazing. Okay, amazing. And I struggle to take like any kind of caffeine and stuff like that. I mean, I love like coffee and everything, but I have to use it sparingly, okay? But my body has had some health challenges in the past. And so for me to do caffeine, I have to be very careful about how I do it because I want to protect my adrenal glands. So this product will do that. So it's called E+ by Isogenics, and it's a natural energy shot. I'll show you what they look like. They packaged it kind of like a 5-hour energy, but it's not. It does not feel like a 5-hour energy. You have tons of natural energy, but it's got adaptogens in it again that help the body cope with stress. So even though you get like a little boost of energy through green tea that's in here, it's not even going to be as potent as like let's say a Starbucks cup of coffee at all. But you're going to have a boost of energy. And to be honest with you, I've struggled to have that natural energy in the morning. And so I keep these in my nightstand. I know. But I love it. I love it. And so they talk about, it says energy now and for hours. So for me, they last about 3 to 4 hours. And if you are sensitive to caffeine, you know, I just as a precautionary, not because this has a ton in it, but if you are at all, but you struggle to have natural energy and you want to try something like this, maybe start with half. But what it is it helps fight fatigue, aids performance and recovery. So a bunch of my athletes use this. So I will use this pre-workout as well sometimes. And no artificial flavors or sweeteners, and it's only 35 calories. This product is by far one of our best sellers because it works. And it feels so good. Like, you feel amazing on that product. So I've got one more in here, and I put this, and I don't think I put it under necessities. I can't remember which where I put it, but I love it. Okay, so this is, if you struggle to get 8 hours of sleep in the night, or you're one of those people that just can't turn it off before you go to bed, then this is another product that I highly recommend, and it's called Sleep Support. And it's a natural melatonin, and you just stick it underneath your tongue, okay? And it's part of the brain and body line. The brain support is by far one of my favorite products as well, and I put that on there as well if it's something you guys want to try or something you struggle with. But it's a complete natural nighttime nutrition. And so you just put it like right under your tongue, and it's kind of like a sleep number bed. So like, you know how like somebody's like, oh, I'm an 8 and I'm a 5, you know, on the sleep number. When you first get it, when you first try it out, maybe start with like 2 to 3 sprays. And then if you need more, up it by 1 each night. And if you find that you're totally like can't get up in the morning, you know, like you really slept, like you had dreams and everything, okay, then maybe dial it back a little bit. So just try 1 more spray each night at a time, and just kind of give you a heads up. But anyways, I love. So these are my loves when it comes to this stuff. I know they're not snacks, but I just had to really talk about those and share about them. You may hear about them more about tomorrow, but I love them. All right, I think I'm gonna pop this guy open and start drinking him. And I hope you guys have a great night and you found value out of this video. Make sure to head to the grocery store because we are getting started, and the group is gonna be, we're not gonna be adding any more people after we start that first cleanse. We will start adding more people once we're ready to start the second, but I just wanna make sure you guys get really high quality coaching. So if you have friends who want to join you, I highly recommend that you add them to the group ASAP, and make sure you tag them in that initial welcome post, and then tag them again in the necessities post or the shopping list post so they know what to get. All right, you guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.